Hello and good morning, dear students. I am Miss Vandana Pai. From today onwards, I will be conducting online lectures on the subject Relationship Management, which is designed for BVOC Part 3rd Financial Markets and Services, Semester 5. In today's lecture, we will be seeing the overview of the syllabus which is designed for the relationship management subject. Relationship management, this subject, it is quite interesting. Okay, in the last year, as we have studied the subject customer relationship management, a bit concerned with the subject. What relationship management is, why relationship management is important in this 21st century, why enterprise, an organization, and business, why they are required to manage the relationship with their stakeholders, or why they are required to build strong relations with the stakeholders. These all things we will be discussing in this subject itself. So, in customer relationship management, we had studied uh, the importance of customer relationship management, why customer relationship management is done. Customer relationship management helps business to gain an insight into the behavior of their customers and modify their business operations to ensure that customers are served in the best possible way. Customer relationship management can be achieved by finding out about your customers' purchasing habits, opinions, and preferences. So, here what we were doing, okay, after a customer purchases our product, whether he needs or whether for the second time that person will be purchasing our product or not, okay, we were looking at it. Okay, means we were trying to communicate with that person so that in the long run that person, that is the consumer or the buyer, will repurchase our good, because repurchase generates ultimate profit, or it gives good returns to the business. So considering this, we have gone through that subject, customer relationship management. Now, what relationship management aims at? Relationship management is all about your interpersonal communication skills. Okay, interpersonal communication skills means all those people who have interest into your organization, or all those people who have are concerned with your organization, the way in which you communicate with these people. Relationship management is all about that. Now, it is all about your ability to get the best out of others. Okay, means through your skills, through your communication, how do you get the best from it? It is your ability to inspire and influence them. It is your ability to communicate and build bonds with them, and your ability to help them change, grow, develop, and resolve conflicts. As a relationship manager, it is a part of sales team who builds and maintains a relation with the clients and the customers. Okay, some relationship managers work only with clients, while some solve business challenges that they face. Okay, through this, you need to see the opportunities in the market, you need to draw the customers, you need to observe the competition which is prevailing in the market, how to stay ahead in the game of competition, how to focus on customer service. Okay, all these things, how everyone will be satisfied by your business, how to build effective relationship with both everyone, who come across your organization. This thing we will be studying in this subject, so it is quite an interesting subject. Let's see the syllabus. First of all, let's see the units at a glance. Means in your subject relationship management, yes, the relationship management consists of 4 units. The first unit is titled as business relationship management, okay, in which many of the contents we will be studying, which will be focusing on business relationship management. Then the second unit, interpersonal relationship. Okay, here we will be studying how to build interpersonal relationship. Second unit, we were seeing the title of that unit, interpersonal relationship. Interpersonal relationship means whenever two or more peoples, we are communicating with two or more peoples, or we are communicating with one or more peoples at the time, how we can build up good relations, how we can communicate in a best manner, good manner, so that it will benefit us. That will be studied in the unit number 2. Yes, we will go through the contents in next few slides. Unit number 3 is titled as developing relationship. Now, how to build relationships with the stakeholders and other people who are involved with our organization, that we will be studying here. Unit number 4 is titled as relationship management in banking and financial sector. Okay, means how relationship management can be done in banking and financial sector, that will be studied here. So overall, this 4 unit makes the subject relationship management a complete subject. Let's see what are the units and what are the contents of relationship management. The first unit is titled as business relationship management, in which the contents are meaning and objective of business relationship management. Meaning and objectives of business relationship management means, here first we will introduce what is business relationship management. Then we will go through the meaning, means what is business relationship management and what is its purpose, we will discuss here. Even we will see certain definitions related to business relationship management, definitions given by different thinkers and what it aims for. Then we will go through the objectives of business relationship management, means why a particular person or a company should be focusing on business relationship management, what are the objectives or what are the things which the company needs to do, so that effectively it will attain a position in the market, effectively they will sustain in the long run, they will build their position in the market, they will stand firm in the competition, in this competitive world. For this, those objectives will be discussed here, or what should be the aim of any organization, any company towards business relationship management. Then we will go through certain aspects of business relationship management. The various aspects of business relationship management will be studied here. Then business value chain activities with special reference to supplier relationship management. Okay, business value chain activities with special reference to supplier relationship management means what are those activities which are required to do to have effective supplier relationship management. Okay, supplier here means the person, maybe the creditor, maybe the supplier who is providing you raw materials or basic things for making your production activity a success. So this thing we will be studying here. We will go through the activities which are considered in supplier relationship management, because whenever we consider the stakeholders, okay, supplier is also a stakeholder whom you should be always caring about, or else if that person refuses to supply you resources, provide you raw materials and all, then surely you can't complete your production activity, or you can't even start your production activity. Then the next content, problems and causes of conflict in business relationship. Problems and causes of conflict in business relationship means what are the reasons, what are the hurdles or obstacles, or what are the barriers, or what are the some reasons which can cause conflict, dispute into your business relationship, or what are the reasons which can interrupt your good relations, or they can spoil the sound relations into your businesses, or whenever you are dealing with your stakeholders or all those people who are concerned with your organization, if that relation is not sound relation, if it is unsound relation, or it is not harmonious in nature, then surely it will affect your business badly. And maybe at the initial stage, or whenever your company is quite old, okay, your company has, or your business has been started prior to 2 or 3 years, still, okay, harming the relations with any outsider, with any stakeholder, or those people who have a certain concern with your organization, will surely affect your production activity, distribution activity. Overall, the image of your organization will be spoiled by these things, by your relations. So, what are the problems which you can face in maintaining your relationship sound? Those problems will be studied, and also the causes. Causes here means what are the reasons through which your sound relation can turn into unsound. What are the reasons which can affect, spoil your good relations with the stakeholders? This thing we will be studying here. Then the steps to maintain and sustain business relationship. Steps to maintain and sustain relationship, what it is. Yes, to continue the sound relations into the business, as well as whenever we are dealing with the society at large at the time. What are the necessary procedure, or what are the necessary steps which we need to maintain, we need to follow, so that the relation, sound relation, it will last for long period of time, till you exist, till your organization exists. So here we will be studying those steps, so that it will be easier for us to maintain good and sound relations both in the short run as well as long run till your business is in existence. Okay, so whenever we take a overview of unit number 1, or we have careful look at the unit number 1, which is titled as business relationship management, we will cover many of the points right from the introduction till the problems, obstacles, and the steps to maintain the good relations. Okay, then we will go through the unit number 2. Unit number 2 is titled as interpersonal relationship. Interpersonal relationship means when you communicate with other person, when you communicate with more people, one or more people, at the time the relations, how you maintain those relations, okay, that will be studied in unit number 2. Okay, see, many of the time we get confused, or we are confused with interpersonal and intrapersonal. Okay, interpersonal means with one or more people. Okay, whenever we communicate with one or more people, whenever we communicate with other people, it will be called as interpersonal. And what is intrapersonal? Intra, I-N-T-R-A, intrapersonal. Intrapersonal means within ourselves. Okay, whenever we communicate with ourselves, or whenever there is self communication, it is intrapersonal. Okay, so here we will study interpersonal. Interpersonal means whenever we will communicate with one or more person, with outsiders. Okay, the relations which we are required to keep always in mind, or the soundness which always should be there into such type of relations. Okay, the first content which we will be discussing in interpersonal relationship is healthy interpersonal relationship. Yes, healthy, that is sound interpersonal relationship means good interpersonal relationship. Okay, in which we will study meaning, features, and skills. Okay, now to have healthy interpersonal relationship, first we will go through the meaning, means what healthy interpersonal relationship is actually, what it is. Then we will go through certain definitions also. We will discuss here definitions given by different thinkers. Okay, means it will help us to know the purpose or the aim or objectives, why healthy interrelationship are that important. Then we will go through the features, that is the characteristics of healthy interpersonal relationship, means what actually it is, what healthy interpersonal relationship is. Okay, and why healthy interpersonal relationship are required to be kept in mind, that will be seen here. Then the skills required by a relationship manager to keep the interpersonal relationship to be healthy. Those skills, okay, maybe the communication skills, maybe the soft skills required by him, so that there will be healthy interpersonal relationship whenever that person will communicate with any another person, a person who is concerned with the organization, or anyone, a general person who is associated with your business, who may not be associated or may be associated with the business. Okay, whenever that person is communicating with the with any other party, at the time, what are the skills or what are the tacts which he should be always keeping into mind, so that his or his business reputation will not be spoiled. Then the aspects and problems of interpersonal relationships at the workplace. Okay, here we will go through the points which are to be considered whenever the interpersonal relationship are to be sound at the workplace. Okay, whenever you are a relationship manager, you are a part of the organization, and whenever you communicate with your subordinates, with your superiors, or your colleagues, at the time, what are the problems which can turn the sound relations into, or which can convert sound relations into unsound relations? Okay, this we are required to discuss here. Then the causes and effects, the ways of dealing with conflict in interpersonal relations. Okay, means what are the reasons through which the sound interpersonal relations can get converted into unsound interpersonal relations. What are the causes? What are the reasons? Okay, what are the factors which stimulate, or what are the factors which cause unsoundness into the interpersonal relationship? And as a relationship manager, what are the ways to deal with such type of conflict? How to deal effectively with such type of conflict, or how to bring that conflict to a norming stage, how to normalize it, how to resolve such type of conflict. Here we will go through it. We'll find out the reasons, we will see the causes, and how to overcome such type of causes, or how to resolve it. What are the remedies for such type of conflicts? Okay, or how you can reshuffle, how you can rework on such type of conflict, such type of relations. Okay, then the methods for improving and enhancing workplace relationship. Okay, what are the different methods through which you can improve the workplace relationship? Okay, whenever you are dealing with your subordinates, superiors, whenever you are communicating with your colleagues at that workplace, okay, there are different reasons through which your sound relations can be converted into unsound relations. Okay, which can result into disputes. Okay, if you think that so-called the interpersonal relations at the workplace, they should go smoothly, there should not be any conflict, there should not be any interruptions into your communication, then what are the methods through which you can improve or build good workplace relationship? Those things we will discuss here. So at a glance, the unit number 2, interpersonal relationship, focuses on both the interpersonal relationship at your workplace as well as outside. Whenever you are dealing with some other people, with the general public, with the stakeholders, with the person who are outside your organization, but somewhere they are attached towards your organization, and with the relationship within the workplace, whenever you are working with your subordinates, with your colleagues, at the time what you should be caring about, how your relationship should be. Okay, these things we will study in unit number 2. Then the unit number 3 is titled as developing relationship means how to develop the relations with the stakeholders or the people into your organization also. Let's see what are the contents into developing relationship unit. First one is essential interpersonal competencies for managers. Means what are the competencies which a manager is required to have into his personality whenever he is required to develop a interpersonal relations. Means what are the basic things or what are the essential things or essential attributes which always should be there into the personality of this relationship manager whenever he will come across the interpersonal relations. Then the relationship development with subordinates and superiors. Okay, how to develop the good and sound relationship with your subordinates. Means those who are working under you, whom you are supervising. Okay, then the superiors means those people who supervise you or under whom you are working, to whom you are answerable, how your relationship should be sound with them, or how to develop a sound relation with these people. Okay, this will be studied in this content. Then the intercultural relationship means whenever we come across persons or people with different cultures, okay, how to bridge the gap between such relations, okay, or how effectively such relations can be maintained, that will be seen here in intercultural relationship. Then relationship development with supervisory authorities, that is RBI, NABARD, CB, state government. Okay, means how to build good relation or develop good relations with all these supervisory authorities. Okay, because if your communication is not proper with this institute, somewhere your institute will be hurted, affected due to it. So this will be studied into this unit, developing relationship. Okay, means here we will know or we will get knowledge related to maintaining, developing good relations with all these concerned people. Next, unit number 4 is titled as relationship management in banking and financial sector. Okay, relationship management with banking and financial sector, how to build good relation in banking and financial sector. Okay, first of all, methods and ways of sourcing customers for banks and financial institutes. Okay, the way or the method in which you can source customers for banks and financial institutes. Okay, means whenever you are building relations with the customers as a bank or a financial institute, what are the methods to sustain, maintain, nurture the good relations. Then the modern techniques of strengthening relationships with bank customers. Okay, how to make the relationship strong with the bank customers. Okay, a client, a bank client. What are the techniques through which you can smoothly handle these people, smoothly maintain the strong relations with the bank customers? These techniques we will be studying here. Then trust building process. Trust, which is an important in every relation. Okay, how this trust building process happens or what is the process of trust building. We will see the nature of trust building process. Then we will see the importance, that is the significance of trust building, and the methods through which you can build the trust. Okay, trust with all those concerned people of your organization, within your organization or outside your organization. Then the customer conflicts, okay, means the bank customers, what are the reasons through which they enter into conflict, what are the types of such type of customer conflicts, and what is the procedure of dealing with customer conflict. Okay, means if you think that there is customer conflict, or if you think that there is a dispute arising and it will badly affect your institute, then what is the process to successfully deal with such type of conflicts, or how you can do collective bargaining, or how you can make that situation or convert the situation to normal stage. Okay, we will go through it. So in this way, your unit number 4 focuses on management of relationship in banking and financial sector. With this, we will conclude today's lecture. We will see or we will start the unit number 1 in the next lecture. Thank you.